I got a free donut. I have half a free donut. Hmm. Hmm. Burrito! Ah, well, I had to have a little snack. I got a free Dunkin' Donuts donut today. Mm. That's a, it's delicious. Mm. Like the coconut flavor. I like the old coconut. Excuse me. See, this is like the fun bit when old school shows up before the wave. Hey, spirit phone, you put a hole in your wall. Was it a donut hole? Because if you put a donut hole in your wall, was it in a fit of rage? Could you not control your temper? Did the wall do something to you? I mean, maybe the wall's guilty. What'd the wall do? Or are you talking about a window? I put a hole in my wall. That could be considered a window. If you do it right, that means you can open and shut it. And it's one of those. Which is better, the donut or the whole of the donut? It's definitely the whole of the donut. Because that gives you love before you can consume the donut. You said that already. So what are you going to do about it? You going to whine about it? You going to take care of the issue, man? And how would that help anything? Are you trying to impress me with the gaping hole in your wall? I'm not quite sure. I mean, I suppose I could look at your wall and see what kind of hole it is. That's the donut won't fit. It's too tiny. So it's a tiny hole. In general, I prefer tiny holes to big holes. I mean, just in general. Turn that. Oh my God. It's a little much. Let's bring that down a bit. There we go. And give me a little bit of tan. That's about right. Ugh. Okay, what are we at? We're at 3 minutes. Any second now, I gotta grab the guitar. Spirit phone put a hole in his wall, and now he has no hole at all. Did he fix it? I don't know. Spirit phone put a hole in his wall, so now a glory hole is in Spirit phone's wall. Throw your phone at the wall. I had a hunch it was out of anger. You need to control your temper. See, and that's a trait of youth too, because you're so full of energy and chemicals. And I can appreciate that, but it makes you go off. And you're just like, ah! I threw the phone at the wall because I was angry at something that somebody said. And now I have a hole in my wall. And I got a scuff on my phone on top of it. said hi, said hi. Said hi, said hi, said hi. I'm still pretty. Although the funny part about eating that half, I didn't even finish the whole donut. I had like the half of the donut. It was very rich. There's a lot of sugar in that. Tasty, but and I'm following it down with some Pepsi. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to diabetes anytime soon. Yeah, you wouldn't want to throw the phone. It's a valuable asset. It's a tool that's assisting you. So when you throw the phone, you're just hurting yourself because you have risk possible injury to your tool. Yeah, because shoes are harder to break. Although it depends on where you are, because if you have to walk back home, but you were in your room, so yeah, you could have thrown a shoe, or you could have made a game of it. You could have said, "What's the heaviest thing in my room?" and just tried to flip that over, and that would have attracted somebody, and you would have gotten the help that you need. I mean, I like Spirit Phone, but a lot of this stuff is kind of like, I used to be young and angry at everything and omnipotent. It's amazing how omnipotent you are at 13 when people don't obey your every whim, and how angry you can get. So, Benito, you were with me the other night, and we hung out, and I showed you pictures. If I were to use that as like a map of my timeline going forward, where do you think that the next peak would be, like on an artistic / professional level? You think it'll be a movie? You think it'll be an album? You think it'll be something on your YouTube ears? Like, what do you see from the outside? On the outside, looking in. That's actually a Alan Parsons song that I'm not doing right at all. I liked Alan Parsons. That's part of the reason I did my albums. Because Alan Parsons had, like, cool songs, but then they had the little instrumental, like, in-betweens. And I was like all into that. I was like, oh, this is cool. And I'd drive around listening to that. And it was on my cassette tapes. I had cassette tapes. I still own a couple. I actually still have a Walkman. Beware the man who has a Walkman. It's 2025. If he still uses that Walkman, then something died inside. and I don't know why, I was just really into instrumentals. I didn't want other people's words in my head most of the time. And so I would always end up getting movie soundtracks. So I'd walk around town as a 13-year-old boy with headphones on, my little Walkman going, and I'd be listening to the Gremlins soundtrack. I threw my fair share of shoes and made my fair share of holes in the wall. They would assume that I do mostly music over anything else. See, that's brain food for me. Now I'm gonna have to think about that. I mean, The albums are a really new thing for me. It was only, well, I told you the reason why I even got into it. But in my overall like lifespan, it's the music part has always been present, but it's never been like a major part. The video part has always been a very, very big part. And the funny part is in a lot of cases, I wanted to be on the camera, like in front of the camera, rather than behind it. But because that's how I was putting productions together, I ended up behind the camera, especially when I was married, because the ex-wife was in front of the camera, promoting her career rather than my own. Dummy. See, but here's the thing that discourages me, because my last album did so terribly, and I'm sure that was Spotify intervening a little bit, going screw this kid. Uh, but it was just like everything changed like really, really fast, and that last album was just like, okay, it was neat, I did it, but like I didn't get the same joy as I had gotten from the 24 albums prior. You know what I mean? It was a bittersweet accomplishment. No. That's good input, because if we do get a good group in here, and doubly so if I get Sparky, because he was in. I showed you the pictures. He was in a few of the productions, and I mean, don't get me wrong. I like playing music and all that stuff, but I don't know. I feel like I should be able to do something that kind of shines on its own, like an art piece, video art piece. I know that sounds a little bizarre, but or just I just want to successfully tell a couple more stories, even if they're ridiculous. Because I now, but no, that's a good point. I should start showing more of the stuff that if that's of the direction that I'm heading, going, okay, this is the direction we're going, and here's some samples. And that's, as this keeps growing, because there are people, older than Spirit Phone, who keep coming back and who keep coming through. When winter comes back around, I think I might be ready to stop swimming, swimming with the life preserver on. I think I am gonna go back to the horizontal streaming, despite the fact I'll lose that bump, because it's easier to show the stuff, and then as I create more graphics and stuff, like I can throw that up and go, hey, here's what's coming. Kind of get people on the same page as to what direction the channel's going. So that was good. That was good feedback. I might be getting a little ahead of myself, because for me, I still haven't really done. I mean, I kind of settled on the G-Force logo. I mean, that's fine. If I'm gonna be micromanaging every icon and everything, I look at it, but at some point you're gonna go, okay, it is what it is. Let it go. I'm gonna make some more. Oh, Geoff Noah, who comes into our channel, got his 150th sub today. And I just got a little notification saying so. That's the kid who plays the war games, the ones with the old World War II fighters and stuff. I watched a little bit of it, and he was flying around with like the first front of the plane, but the last half of the plane was just gone. Yeah, I like seeing people succeed. He's been pretty carnivorous on that. That's a good thing for, especially for a young kid. To, it's constructive use of energy. And what was I talking about? I think I was talking about I should smoke more marijuana. Oh, I think there's going to come by the winter. There should be just enough of a core group where if we can, get a day or two where everyone starts coming in regular, I'll just set those up for horizontal, and that'll be kind of like the sub members only. You know what I mean? Like it'd be like tier 2. I suppose I could reset the tier system on the memberships and all that. That was weird. I didn't even think about that till Toby did it. But yeah, see, it's there's gonna be more of that. But I have been leaning into the music pretty heavy lately because that's what's been around. Steve was not kind enough to come out here and have his buddy come out, and we all managed to play, and I managed to record a lot of good music. And even though I can't use a lot of it for copyright, I can use bits of it. And so I'm going to be posting that after I edit. Where is Toby? I don't know for a fact. I assume probably working. Because, if you're a manager at McDonald's, they just kind of tell you that they own you, and you kind of have to do what they say. But I know he watched his members only video, and he gave me and Sparky a thank you for doing that for him. So I know he's still kicking and doing all right. But people have lives. I am very, very grateful people share their time with me as it is. Because it's your time too, Benito. It's not just my time, it's our time. We're enjoying our time together. We're sharing our time that we could be doing anything else in. And that's, you learn to appreciate people on that fact alone. You're one of those people. Granted, I've never met you in the flesh or in real life, and probably, you never know, but it's one of those things where but there's still kindred vibes. And it really does. I'm not like, I kind of get on stage a little bit, but I'm always delighted when you showed up in Steve's room the other day. I was like, hey, you know what I mean? So it's kind of like, you're like the Norm from Cheers. All over the internet. People are like, hey, Benito. And you have a spicy theme song. Oh boy, yeah. See, I'm getting paste. So I got to edit that together. I'm on the last bit of the AI animation long form. It's a lot of work. But I'm on the last stretch. But I was supposed to film the live action parts the other day, but it was so hot. Well, what's the point? I'm trying to make it fun for I hope, that people come in and they get a chuckle out of the antics. And it makes the rest of the day go, oh, well, that was silly. That's my job. It's, throw the digital part to the side. I'm a creator. Let's create some good vibes. That really is kind of where I go by default. It's like, what, what'll turn this so people are happier? And it served me all right. I mean, I get taken advantage of here and there, but I'm not sad where I'm here, where I am now, right in this second. So, winner. Mm. We'll see. I mean, it's Friday night. For some reason, my phone says it's like an hour earlier, the new one, but still broadcasting, and it looks great. So yeah, I'll be streaming with Sparky at 10 p.m. tonight. Well, wouldn't you rather see people laughing around you rather than bitching? Wouldn't you rather see smiles around you rather than sadness? I mean, it's a selfish act, me wanting people to be happy. It's not a selfless act. It's a selfish act on my part because I just want to see more smiles. I want to see more smiles and tears. I want to have more laughter than. So I'm a greedy prick. See how that? See how I turned that? It's all about the frame of it. And it is, but it's true. It's like there's so many things that I don't understand about other people, especially when they build the prison of their own creation. Like, I'm sure you've seen people do this, where they create their own nemesis, whether it's through just doing something wrong repeatedly or just, self-sabotage. And I know it sounds strange, but I feel like I've kind of been able to Tai Chi most of that by me. Because of what I just told you. I would rather there just be smiles around me, so I'm going to try to be nice and see if I can surprise people occasionally. As I burst out into dance in public on quite a few occasions. I do it sporadically. I'll ride the grocery cart back to my car if there's an incline in the parking lot. Even if there isn't an incline, I'll make it happen. Whether people are looking or not. In that case, I'm kind of amusing myself too. So, I'm riding on the grocery cart, trying to keep it steady so you don't pop the car or fall off or any of that. I should do that. If I don't know if I have to pick up Sparky tonight. If I do pick up Sparky, maybe I can have him hold the camera and take a shot of that. I do have to go to the supermarket. Well, I don't have to. I'm choosing to go to the supermarket in a little bit. Gonna get myself some sandwich meat. And that's it, because everything's expensive. Yeah, and it was funny because all the stuff that I showed you, all the film stuff, we used to shoot in the local area, and everyone would still be in costume with the elf ears on, and we'd go to like the local McDonald's and this place, that place. No one, just zero fucks given by anyone. They were just like, eh. There was a time I wore underwear on my head. They were clean underwear, but no one cares. Just like, eh. As long as you're not complaining to the manager like a Karen, you can wear whatever you want. Teeth so yellow, they starting to shine. Hey, look. It's someone with a huge ass. Hi, huge ass. Boy, I couldn't see around huge ass to see huge ass coming. I live for this. If this keeps all of the enemies away, this is the opposite of that freshenant. This is woman repellent. I do this on purpose. Because if they can fight past those yellow teeth, maybe I'll even talk to them. Maybe. And guys don't give a shit. Guys are like, yeah, I've seen a guy with like a big hole in his head, missing half an ear, and you know what I mean? Look at that guy. He looks a little peaked. Huh? Oh, peaked? Oh no. Oh my. I do that too well. Oh my. Where's George Takei when you need him? I suppose I should put real pants on if I'm gonna go to the grocery store rather than these jammy, comfy clothes. Brother is high since 1997. No, I would go. I've been high since 91. I mean, not continuously, but it was pretty much, no, actually, it was before that. I want to say mid 80s. So 85, 86 is when I first smoked the devil's lettuce. Who hasn't been high since then? The funny part is now after all this time, only now I have a huge ass. People outside the U.S., I guess. Well, we only did just get it legalized in most of the states a few years ago. God bless America for that. See, we get some things right. The decriminalization and the recreational legalization of it has been a boom to the economy. It's helped society not kill itself. Marijuana is single-handedly saved people's lives. I'm telling you, from violent crimes. It has saved lives from violence. And that's why, in general, these stoners are a peaceful people. We don't want to pick fights. We want a Twinkie. We want to take over another country. We want to watch a music video or a cartoon or make a cartoon or make an album. I don't know what people do outside the U.S. Well, I do, because I've been outside the U.S., but it was a long time ago and things might have changed. True wisdom is knowing I know nothing. A Twinkie in a joint always hits the spot. Actually, but here's the thing. I'm such a hypocrite. And I'm going to tell you why I'm a hypocrite. Because I won't eat Twinkies anymore because they closed and reopened to get rid of the unions. So I won't do Hostess anymore. Peaceful, you bet. Productive, I doubt that. Hey, you know, huge ass. I've been easily stoned pretty much every day for the last 5 years. I have made money and created 25 albums and grown a YouTube channel to a monetizable platform while stoned. So I would call that productive. I have created things out of nothing. Under the influence of the marijuana. And it has kept me from hurting others. You know, it gives you that little bit of a shield where they could say an insult, and you go, did they just insult me, dude? Oh, and then you start slowly thinking, rather than letting your heart take over, You punch a hole in your wall, or you throw your phone in and make a hole in the wall. Like spirit phone. It's more like chuck it phone. And again, that doesn't help anyone. So it gives you that second delay, so you don't have to get all emotional. I mean, and all right, let's say I'm just a doofus. Kevin Smith has a freaking a delightful career, and he's been creative and constructive for decades under the influence of marijuana. So it was the spirit in the phone, is what I think. Definitely calmer on marijuana. Well, yeah. Yeah, Willie Nelson, see? There's tons of them. I mean, and if you don't like Cheech and Chong, why are you even bothering? They're funny. I mean, not hysterical, but I loved them growing up because. I mean, they just don't. There's so much, even culturally, that marijuana has given us, and the artists that appreciate what it does to other people and to them. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm. Wow, I can't believe that. Well, that shows in the end, Hugh, you're not, you're not a jazz after all. See, that's the thing. If there's laughter, it's worth it. And no, in alcohol, it doesn't make you any smarter, but it will amplify a mood that you already have, and you get far less precise. Which is why that's typically a late night thing for me. Like if I have to do anything like that's active, I could be stoned all day and get it done and get it done safely and correctly and all that stuff. But I won't drink before I actually embark on a project or like I don't. I'm not a Dewey guy. That's not my thing because I just want to get where I need to go, get the work done, and then get back here. Then I can have a drink. But it's like the old. I don't know if you guys had ghoul when you were a kid. You'd play like hide and go seek, or in my case, we had bush torture. And the thing is, if the other people caught you, they threw you into the bushes in a herd. But you went out and you hid, and while they were looking for you, if you managed to sneak around to the front porch, that was ghoul, and that meant you were safe. You kind of won because you snuck back before the predator could get to you. So I had ghoul as a kid. That's what it was called. Which I think, now that I think about it, was just kind of like slang for gold. Like New England. Yeah, hey, we're going to the ghoul. You mean the goal? No, I'm going to the goal. The goal. That's the goal. New England. Never a productive drinker. Sometimes I was a funny drinker, but I've made bad mistakes drinking. And generally, you wake up the next morning going, "Oh no, oh no!" But I never woke up in the slammer, and in the end, there was never any damage. That was never any damage to others, so that was a good thing. And now I've laid back. I was a bigger drinker when I was young, and I had a liver. And I like the fact that I get a lot of stuff done. You should probably plug that in. What's that doing? I wonder if Noah's still streaming. feel like I should be supportive somehow, which is weird. There we go. Yay! Even the charger's faster. You know, Sparky buys me this phone, and it's just like, and I'm still learning a lot about it, but for, 4 years of technology leap, it's pretty frightening and at the same time amazing. So I'm curious when the cell phones are able to open up like spiders and crawl around the room. That's when I'm out, and I see that coming. I know the Amazon Echo has got enough like mass where the legs could come up, and it just walks around the. That's a movie I don't want to see. I do not want to create that reality. I don't want to manifest that. I want to manifest happy people and inevitable 50 XP. It was just like I was handed a more efficient weapon for creation. Really, honestly, like I don't carry weapons, which is a very Doctor Who thing to say, but well, But I would carry like a stun gun, but even those aren't really harmless, you know what I mean? Like if I could do the old canine thing and just gonna go beep, and then they go unconscious and it doesn't hurt them, I'd do that. But we ain't there yet. And and I ain't drinking. Not until bedtime. Not until beer o'clock. Ah. How long have I been going? 36 minutes? It's because you're in here, Benito. It really is. I mean, huge asses had a part too, but it's nice. We got a good rapport. I like that. It's still very hot in here. I don't know if you can hear there's a fan behind the. It's blowing at me, but it doesn't seem to be blowing any like air. Like, do you see anything moving from airflow? It's so tight in here. Yeah, I evolved the tech skills, but I was too lazy to put in the air conditioner. But one more day of this, I think I might break down. I was trying not to jack the electric bill up. Like, let's hold on. You can make it for another day, man. Ugh. Put some water on it. Start cooking. I went outside, and I have a pumpkin patch growing, and so I went out because it's been so hot. I figured, well, even though it's humid and they're getting moisture that way, I went out and I watered my entire pumpkin patch, and from that I came inside. I was sweating balls, and then I did all the plants by my stoop. Came back in sweating balls. Got the 3 shirts. It's okay. There's going to be an influx of shirts in the very near future of Kevin G Nicholson paraphernalia, merch. Oh, there's a question, Benito. What is there anything, one of my album covers that are decent that you think should be on a T-shirt, but I haven't put it on yet? I don't know how much of my stuff you've actually seen, but it's a question. I feel more like a sausage. I'm cooking the old sausage in the house here today. 77 degrees outside. I think it would feel warmer. Still, I'm grateful that I can go outside and not freeze to death, because that's what it was like a couple months ago. I would appreciate if you would. No rush. These are just general questions, because as I'm going through, I'm ordering like honestly like 20, 30 shirts, and I'll have them in my own personal stock. And some of them I'm gonna give out. I'm gonna have G-Force T-shirts made, and so some of those I'm gonna just give those to people who join the G-Force, and then I'm gonna make a cool for summer shirt for Sparky because he asked for one, and then I'm gonna want to wear a few of them, and then I figure I'll have the others in a So that's what I thought. Now that I think about it, I'm like, well, Kev, that's not 30 shirts. That's maybe 15 shirts. Okay, 15 shirts. That's a lot for me. I don't know what I'd do with 35 shirts, but 30 shirts. So I started dwelling in my own head, started thinking, well, what do I got to do next? It's funny, Hugh Jass, that was a character used at the Renaissance Fair. It's like, I think it's the most recent long form video I put up, where that was the villain. I'm not sure if it was it was some sort of produce that they were calling Hugh Jass, and so it kind of reminds me of that. That was a good bit. The actor Michael Barboza, I've liked him for years. He's responsible for. He has a pepper here. I have coconuts. We're going to make coconut and pepper stew, and it. Just the way that he was doing it, I was like him in the Norfolk Theatricals and Sidney Sebastian, that core group from the Ren Fair, they would make me laugh so much. I'm looking forward to going back there someday. It might not be soon, but I'm going back there someday. I'm going to go back there someday. Remember that Muppet movie? Gonzo's song. I used to know how to play that. I can't find my songbook anywhere. And I have like so many songs. And I don't think I would have thrown them out. I think they're just kind of like buried in between other papers somewhere. And what a mess. What a mess. Well, all right. 43 minutes. I'm gonna take a little break, and like I said, I gotta go to the store and stuff. But I will be back later on this evening. Benito, salute as always. Hugh Jass, it's been a pleasure trying to look around you. And did I hit the button? I hit the button.